Hey, welcome back. Guess what? It's October 4th. Yay, October. I love October. I love Halloween. Love trick-or-treaters. I love everything fall, including Halloween decorations, Halloween costumes, and Halloween nails. Today I'm going to show you how to do blood splatter nails. So creepy, so much fun, so Dexter. Stay tuned and I'll show you how we do it. So what I've done so far is I just did a quick dip of Rebel's Illuminate because what's more fun than blood splatter nails on a glow-in-the-dark dip powder? I don't know. I like to do this on top of a paper plate just so I have somewhere that I can like put the polish, and also so that when it splatters, it like splatters onto the plate and not onto my surroundings. I'm using straws, and I know Visco girls everywhere are quaking, but don't worry, no sea turtles will be hurt in the making of this video. These I got at Starbucks, and we all know that they're compostable straws, so no worries there. Alright, so I also have this latex tape you can get from Walmart, Walgreens, Target, it's all over the place, that I'm just going to paint around my nail just to kind of try and protect my cuticles a little bit. Okay, so let's start with my thumb. Now I just put a little bit of polish on the plate and get a little like blob there of polish. And the color I am using, this is the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry in the color Snap. And I'm going to take the smaller of my two straws, and then I'm going to dip it in the polish so that it kind of covers the end. You see how it's, well, it bursted now, but I want it to do that. And then you just take your finger, and I'm going to kind of shoot for kind of over here on the side so that the splatter will go up my nail, and you're just going to blow into the straw. Going, but I think I'm gonna just leave it like that. And if you can see, it like squirted all over, so that's why I do it on a plate, just to kind of protect my surroundings. Alright, I'm gonna polish my latex plate on the tape on the rest of my fingers. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. That's what the latex looks like on your fingers when it's drying. So we'll let that dry for a second. Put a little more polish on the plate. I have tried doing this with like skinnier like coffee straws, and I find that it doesn't work as well. And I also have found that like the thicker Frappuccino straws don't work as well either. This is like the medium-sized straw you get from Starbucks. It works perfectly. All right, let's go on to the next finger. So again, just dab in there until it's covering the end. And then I'm gonna kind of shoot for like my finger so that the little splatters go on my nail. So I'm gonna shoot for like where I put the latex tape on my finger here, and then we'll see how that goes. Like a good blow that time, and we got a lot of polish on that one, but that's okay. That's the thing that's fun about these art projects, is they do not have to be perfect. You can just kind of, you know, it's art however you want it. quick dry Sally Hansen's. I think they're like $3 or $4 at Walmart, so not a big deal. Oh, there we go. Yes. We'll get some on the pinky. I'm gonna leave my pinky just like that. So last year when I did this, I just let it dry and left the polish on top. This year, I've never done this before, but I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna give it a good 30 minutes to dry really good. And then I'm gonna clean up around my cuticles, and then I'm gonna top coat it, and I'm gonna do a dip of clear, and then I'm gonna top coat it. So I will be back in about half an hour. I think I'm dry enough now. So I'm gonna take my clear, and I'm going to take my base, and we're going to do a dip of clear to kind of encapsulate the polish to protect it. Because if you don't do a dip of clear over the top, you can not do a dip of clear over the top. It'll be fine. But you do run the risk of the polish chipping off, and nobody wants that, right? So I'm just going to... recommend wiping your brush off to protect before putting it back into your base. And as you can see, it did smear it a little bit, which is to be expected. So again, you could not do a clear coat, but I'd rather protect the blood splatter personally. Maybe try and do it a little faster than I had just done it. Do a quick coat of it. Throw some activator on there. I'm gonna look at this and see if I probably don't even need to buff it, because I buffed Illuminate. I did 3 dips of Illuminate before I even threw the blood on, and I buffed it. So I might give this a quick buff, but I'm not even really gonna like buff and file it, because I feel like it's already pretty smooth still. Sorry y'all, that last little clip of video that I took of me dipping was very blurry, and I don't know if I'm gonna leave that in or not. I don't know if y'all know, but I am a long haul truck driver, and I drive a reefer truck, which means I take frozen and refrigerated foods all around the country. So even though I have my truck off right now and it's like 90 degrees out and I'm dying, I have to have my reefer on, and sometimes it's very loud and it runs really hard and shakes the truck, which is fine for me. I can sleep through it. I'm kind of used to it, but makes for recording very difficult. So I'm just gonna take my file and I'm just gonna touch up around the edges just to make sure my cuticle lines are okay, just real quick, and just touch up my shape. I think my shape is fine, because again, I kind of buffed and shaped before the blood splatter, so I just need to touch it up now. It feels pretty smooth, and the thing that's also great about my Holy Grail here is it's like self-leveling, so if it's not perfect, it sure will look perfect when you're done. How do you guys do your top coat? I don't know, but this is, I do it no matter what liquids I use. I set my timer for 2 minutes, and then I take my activator. I just slop it on there, just super thick, just everywhere, just a big slop of activator. There's like one darker, it really looked like blood color when I was buying my polish, and I didn't buy that one, and now I'm regretting it because this one looks a little pink after everything is said and done, but that's okay. It still looks like blood, right? Okay, so I take my timer for 2 minutes, I start it, and I wait. Okay, and then it goes off, and then I immediately wipe with one of my wipes. Really good, and especially right around the cuticle, so that it's evenly distributed through the whole nail, because you need that activator in order for the top coat to dry. So you totally cannot skip that step, and you need it to be the right amount of dried. All right, and then we just get in there. First one is a quick coat, and then wipe the brush off before you put it back into the bottle on the first coat. I try to do my first coat in like 3 passes. Okay, and then you wait until, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it gets like wavy, kind of like little tiny wavies. Can you see that? That means that it's drying and you want to get your second coat on there. Usually it takes literally the amount of time that it takes to do your whole hand. You can just go right back and do your second layer, and on your second layer of top coat you can take your time. See that? How shiny it is, and it's gonna end up drying that shiny too. It's great. Alright, and then you just let that dry for a few minutes. I hope you guys found the video helpful and you got something from it and you were able to do your own blood splatter nails. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give it a thumbs down. I like that feedback too. Subscribe, comment, whatever you feel like doing, or, you know, just watch this video. That's okay. You can watch it. That's fine. That's what it's here for. And I'll see you next time. Bye!